Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let's talk some quick Olympic basketball. Let me send out these notifications. Make sure y'all check in and let us know where you're coming in from. Let me just send out these notifications real quick. Let me do this real quick. Okay, let me send this right now. All right. I think I sent this notification out. Okay, I think we good. Money. Okay. So the game just finished. Let's give it like another, let me say another 30 seconds, like another minute or two. Let's allow everybody to catch up to the live, and then we're going to get it going. Let's allow everybody to make sure you come in and let us know where you're coming in from. Let's go. Portland, Oregon, I see you. Shout out to San Antonio, Texas. We got Austin, Texas. Shout out to Austin, Texas. We got Cleveland, Ohio. We got Oakland. We got DC. Shout out to DC. We got Barbados in the chat from Honey Slab, New York. New York in the building. Definitely Katie Cook, Detroit. PA, we got Detroit in the house. Let's give it another minute or so. What else we got? We got Richmond, Virginia. South Africa, Arizona. Katie the GOAT. We got Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. What else we got? We got Fort Worth. Shout out to Fort Worth. I think that's Dallas, Fort Worth. Shout out to the Boogie Down Bronx. I see you out there. Long Beach, California. Shout out to you. Where else we got? Seattle. Let's give it like another 30 seconds, y'all. We're going to get into this one. Shout out to Canada. We're going to be talking about them in a minute. Colorado, Seattle, Johannesburg, South Africa. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to Brooklyn. Anthony Simpson in Brooklyn. Shout out to France. I see France. What else we got? Kansas. Shout out to Kansas. Shout out to Lucas in Little Rock. Let's give it another 20 seconds or so. Shout out to Jimmy White in Memphis. John Lewis in Trinidad. Blake, I see you in Oregon. Go 711 in Durban. Jose in Cote d'Ivoire. I see you. What else we got? Jazzo, the next Kobe Bryant in Illinois. I see you. Who else we got? Radio. Blint Mode. Shout out to Charlotte. Let's give it 10 more seconds. We're going to get into this. Let's get these likes up. Shout out to Sammy in Trinidad. Who else we got? We got Ivory Coast. Might have to sit Joel Embiid like Coach K sat Shaq. Grenada. Shout out to Grenada. Okay, let's get into this here. Let's get the likes up and let's get into it. So, as you guys know, Team USA just finished competing against Serbia in a highly anticipated Olympics, where a lot of people have this Team USA team pegged to be on par with the 92 Dream Team. The game just finished a few minutes ago, and USA beat Serbia 110-84. It was only really a competitive game in the second quarter where Serbia scored 29 points to the USA's 33. And the first quarter where Serbia scored 20 to USA's 25. From that point on, it pretty much was it was no contest. It was no contest. The players with the most points for Serbia, I'm going to try to pronounce their names to the best of my ability. Nikola Jokic finished the game with 20 points, 8 assists, 4 steals, 5 rebounds. Pete Trusev, he finished with 4. Dobric, he finished with 13. Bogdanovic, he finished with 14. Abramovich, he finished with 10. And we got Mick, I can't pronounce his name. He finished with 11 points. On the Lakers, on the America side, USA side, LeBron James finished the game with 21. Joel Embiid was basically, I don't know what the hell Joel Embiid was doing on the court. Basically, I don't know what the hell he was doing. Basically, he was just out there to get booed, and then he went back to the bench. He scored 4 points. Devin Booker played well. He had 12 points. Drew Holiday had some big steals in that game. If you saw it, played some great defense. He had 15 points. Stephen Curry had 11 points. If you watch the game, Stephen Curry took a hit at one point of the game, but he stayed in. Kevin Durant finished with 23. I'm going to get to Katie in a second. Bam Adebayo had 4. Anthony Davis had 7. And Anthony Edwards had 11 with White, who finished with 2 points in the game. So it was a pretty much a balanced attack, right? It was a balanced attack. Here are my takeaways because I was posting on the channel while the game was going on. Here are my takeaways. In the first quarter, USA down 10-2 to Serbia, right? And Serbia was keeping it close in that first quarter. Hence, they finished that game with 25, scoring 20 points to USA's 25. What I noticed in the game, however, were a few things in that first half. The first thing was USA couldn't really get any separation from Serbia in that first half. They really couldn't until the United States did one thing. And that one thing came in a substitution when they brought in Kevin Durant off the bench. The moment they brought KD off the bench, the USA totally transformed in terms of their offense from the offensive side of the floor. KD comes into that game, and in 8 minutes, KD scores 21 points. I think he hit 8 out of 8 of his shots, and I don't think he missed a single three-point shot in that first half. And as KD was playing, it became apparent to me why Brian Windhorst and all of these people keep talking about when is Kevin Durant going to come back? Is Kevin Durant going to come back? Is he going to be healthy when he comes back? And I'm sitting there listening to these people. I'm like, why are they making such a big deal of Kevin Durant when you have all of these other all NBA players? You do have Devin Booker. You do have LeBron James. You do have Stephen Curry. You do have Anthony Edwards. You got all of these guys, Anthony Davis, all of these guys. So are you telling me that Team USA could be in trouble if they don't have a Kevin Durant? This is what I was wondering. But the moment KD stepped onto the court, it became apparent that not only is KD, in my personal view, and the numbers say it historically, the USA's best performer at the Olympics is Kevin Durant, but he's easily the most difficult player for opposing teams to guard. KD is like the Victor Wembanyama for Team USA. There's no matchup for him because he can score over pretty much any single coverage, and he doesn't even need a lot of dribbles to do it. He doesn't need to pound the ball, none of that. He can catch and shoot, get the ball, triple threat position, dribble, pull up, going right, going left, spin. Like KD to me is a magician, right? So that's the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed in this game was Team USA's ability to hit three-point shots. Team USA was being played pretty close with Serbia because Serbia was actually executing like an NBA team, and the USA was trying to do the same, and you could see they made a concerted effort to not play hero ball. But I think the difference in that game was Kevin Durant scoring 21 points, which energized the US, the US's ability to hit three-point shots, and Serbia's inability to hit three-point shots. I think that was the difference in the game. I think the difference was KD and what he gave them in that first half, Team USA. I think Team USA's ability to hit threes, and I think the inability of Serbia to hit threes. If I look at the box score, Serbia hit 9 out of his 37 attempts. 9. They shot 24 from three. If you look at USA, they shot 18 out of 32 and they hit 56 of their threes. And I think that was the difference. I think this game basically came down to three-point shooting, and the USA clearly emphasized the three ball, and that was the reason they won the game. Because in terms of execution, there were times where both teams were sloppy. If you watch the game, both teams had moments when they were having unforced errors. They were turning over the ball. They were like, but if you watch the game, which I saw the game from beginning to end. So from an execution standpoint, it wasn't like as if the USA was out executing Serbia. It's just that they were able to hit threes and Serbia was unable to hit threes pretty much. And that was the ball game. And of course, Kevin Durant came to the rescue and he was able to hit shots in that first half, which basically created the separation for Team USA. And it was pretty much from that point forward, it was never a game. Pretty much from that point forward, the moment KD got hot in that first half, it became a joke. And even though Serbia, if you watch the game, Serbia kept on competing. They were not giving up. But when you have Kevin Durant hitting those type of shots, it was demoralizing. It was demoralizing. So given the fact he was so hot, they were forced to play him single coverage. And the minute you're going to play KD one-on-one, you're in jeopardy because there's nobody on earth that can guard KD one-on-one. And then you now allow Devin Booker to get open shots, Drew Holiday to hit open shots, Stephen Curry to hit open shots. Then the lane opens up. LeBron starts attacking the rim and all of those different things. So that's my first takeaway from the game. Something worth pointing out. If you look at the groups, I want to tell you guys the groups. I think I had the groups here. I want to let me see if I got the groups for you guys. Let me see. I think I got the groups for you guys. Because Team USA, hold up. Team USA, let me see. Team USA's group, I think they are playing, let me see. Right. So Team USA is in Group C. The teams that are in Group C are the following: USA, Serbia, South Sudan, who beat Puerto Rico. South Sudan beat Puerto Rico 90-79. South Sudan beat Puerto Rico, and then of course Puerto Rico. That's Group C. That's Group C. So just looking at this group, USA has the best chance to come out of this group. Although they're going to play South Sudan, which is going to be a very, very, very interesting matchup. Because South Sudan, in terms of basketball experience, basketball pedigree, teams that have been playing basketball for a long time in terms of countries, they're at the back. Serbia has a program that's been around longer. If you look at South Sudan, they just got their independence 13 years ago. I would make an argument that Puerto Rico has had a longer history of playing basketball. So for them to defeat Puerto Rico, I think that South Sudan is also going to have some confidence given the fact that they were able to play USA closer in their first matchup. But we have to wait and see. So you have Team USA in that group. Then in Group A, which they played yesterday, you had Canada. Canada beat Greece with Giannis and all of them. And I want to talk about Canada in a moment. Then you also got France with Victor Wembanyama and those boys. They beat Brazil. And then, of course, Germany is in Group B. They also beat Japan. And you got Group A, Australia, who beat Spain. And then tomorrow you got some more games that are going to be coming up. So Wednesday, USA is going to be playing South Sudan. Wednesday. That's going to be a matchup that I'm going to be very interested in. Let's talk about the Olympics as a whole. I definitely think that this is going to be a very, very difficult Olympics for Team USA. I think it's going to be very, very difficult. And I already see the Achilles heel for Team USA. And I'm going to tell you. First of all, I saw an update on NBA.com that said all of the NBA players in the NBA, all of them are competing in the Olympics. All of them. So every single NBA player that's not injured is playing in the Olympics, which means that the competition is going to be pretty stiff. The number one Achilles I'm noticing from the U.S. is this. Given the way the international basketball is played, number one, it's more physical. It's more physical. They're not going to give you those ticky-tack fouls that they give you in the NBA. Number two, you have a defensive 3-second. So for players that like to go downhill like the LeBrons and all of those guys, if you don't have a defensive 3-second rule, the lane will probably always be clogged. So it's going to force you as a team to be able to hit perimeter shots. Those things where you could break down defenses and all of that, even if you get by your man, the big guy, as long as he's within reach and distance of the other guy, he's going to clog the paint. So it's going to force USA, if you watch the game, to play a different style of basketball. That's number one. Number two, I see a scenario in which if USA goes cold from three, if they go cold from three in any one of these games, because they rely a lot on their three-point shooting, if they go cold in any one of these games, they can be had. And I think that the teams we need to look out for in this tournament are the following. Number one, we got Canada. We got Canada. Canada, I think almost all of their starting five or most of their starting five is comprised of not just NBA players, all NBA caliber players. They got Jamal Murray. He's not a all-star, nothing like that, but you know how good Jamal Murray is. They got what's the guy, the former Knick? I forgot his name. The former Knick. What's his name? Oh, what's the former Knick? He used to play the wing. I forgot his name. Anyway, he was a former Knick. He's on the team. You got SGA. He's on the team. RJ Barrett. Thank you. You got SGA, who people thought he was supposed to be the MVP. He's on the team. You got Dylan Brooks. He's on the team. And they got a pretty deep bench. So you got Canada that you got to look out for. And you got a bunch of players that are going to be looking at Team USA, and they're not going to be like, oh my God, that's Michael Jordan. That's Kevin Durant. That's LeBron James. That's Kevin. It's not like in 92. The fear factor is gone. So these guys are no longer looking at the American players like, oh my God, man, they got Kevin Durant. They don't care no more. They don't care. You saw that hard foul that player gave to Kevin Durant. They don't care. So America doesn't have the mystique thing going for it anymore. You got Canada that you got to look out for. I would also pay attention to France. You also have France, who's also going to have some NBA players. Victor Wembanyama, I think Nicholas Batum, I don't know their roster. They're going to have a lot of great players on that roster too. And they got some players that came in the draft. You got France. Another team I would also pay attention to is Australia. I don't know how good Spain is going to be this year, given the fact historically Spain has always been a good team. Spain produces some of the greatest athletes in the world. Spain, like when it comes to football, Spain got some players, right? I don't know about Spain right now. Serbia, we got to see. Yes, Spain lost to Australia. And Australia got some players too, with Josh Giddey and all of these guys. I think Patty Mills, and I don't know. But is Ben Simmons playing basketball? Now that we're talking about, is Ben Simmons playing basketball? We just talked to Ben Simmons. Is he playing for us? What team is Ben Simmons playing for? Of course. Nobody's surprised at that. So to me, look, I think it was a good win for USA. I think that their talent overwhelmed I think it overwhelmed Serbia by basically their ability to hit three-point shots. To me, watching that game, the fundamental differences was Team USA's ability to hit threes and the fact that they have the one mismatch, which is Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant is the mismatch. Kevin Durant is the mismatch. He's the mismatch. I think LeBron is their leader. I think LeBron is the leader of this team, clearly. I think he's the most vocal player on the team. But in terms of their best player, it's Kevin Durant. In terms of the best basketball player that's an Olympian, it's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the best basketball player to ever represent America internationally, and it's not even close. It's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the man. I think Carmelo Anthony at one point was the most leading scorer, but it's Kevin Durant. So KD right now, I think KD right now is the best player that America's ever had. Like if you go look at the Olympics that he's won, the goals that he's won, even the last goal that they won, KD was the biggest reason they won that gold. So KD, I think Kevin Durant must have 3 gold medals? He has 2012. He has 2012, 2000 and what's the next one? I think 2018 or something like that. And then, KD has 3 gold medals, if I'm not mistaken. KD has 3. LeBron is the face of the team. He's the leader of the team, 2016, but he's not the best player on that team, in my personal opinion. I think it's KD. And now I see why people like Brian Windhorst and all of those guys were talking about if USA didn't have KD in his game, they would probably lose that game. Like, let's just be clear. They would probably lose that game if Kevin Durant doesn't play. They would have probably lost to Serbia. They would have lost. because KD gave them the easiest 21 points, period. Period. So we're not talking about media narratives. We're talking about what we're actually looking at. We're talking about what we're actually looking at. If I look at the 08 team, Kobe Bryant is my favorite player. He wasn't the offensive guy for the team. It was Carmelo Anthony. Like, get your feelings out of your ass and let's just keep it funky. It was Carmelo Anthony. So if you watch these these Olympics, it's clearly Kevin Durant. I know LeBron fans, you think he does everything the best. Y'all probably think he makes the best food. Everything LeBron does the best. Like y'all are really crazy with it. I can see. Even in the face of facts, it's this LeBron. Like, it's crazy. He can't even give you guys facts anymore. Kevin Durant got the most gold medals. No, it's not. Are you saying KD is better than Jordan? Okay. I am saying KD is the best American player to ever play in the Olympics for the United States in terms of his accomplishments. It is Kevin Durant. Am I saying KD is a better player than Michael Jordan? No, that's stupid. But in terms of as an Olympian, it's Kevin Durant. This ain't for argument. This is not for argument. So it's Kevin Durant. I don't even think KD's lost in an Olympics competition. LeBron has. KD's never lost. So let's not take it where we don't need to take it. LeBron is the leader of the team. LeBron is the greater player all time, but we're talking about the Olympics, which is a different game and a different tournament. So this ain't about LeBron and Jordan and all of that. This is about what we saw. So guys, man, for those of you guys who saw the games, it's going to be great. It was a great game. If you didn't see it, you missed a lot. We're going to try to cover some of these games as they go in as the tournament continues. So we just wanted to give you guys some of our thoughts on that. We appreciate a lot of you guys for being a part of this. LeBron has 2 bronze. LeBron only has 1. Why LeBron fans, you guys have an issue with fact? Well, let me ask y'all before I go off. I'm going to stay on here for 2 more minutes. LeBron fans, why do y'all think LeBron is the best at every single thing that ever happened in basketball? Why? Why do y'all why can't y'all give it up? I put out a post on the channel. I said, KD is clearly the best player on Team USA. Somebody wrote, oh, but all you're doing is hating LeBron. And then somebody disrespecting LeBron. And somebody was like, but you could also say the reverse, that you're showing disrespect to KD if you say it's LeBron. In a LeBron's mind, they can't fathom it. Oh, my Lord. Y'all want him to have everything. Everything. Even KD, who's like the man. No, you can't be KD. You can't be KD. No, it got to be LeBron. It got to be LeBron. According to ESPN and SportsCenter, it got to be LeBron. Like, good Lord, man. Anyway, shout out to LeBron fans in the comments. I see y'all be watching the channel. Shout out to the views, man. Y'all keep complaining, but y'all keep watching. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all can't make it a day without us. Y'all hate the content we produce, but y'all have every day to let us know about it. Y'all some of our biggest supporters. Shout out to the LeBron fans in the comment section. I appreciate y'all, man. LeBron has 1 bronze at the Olympics 2004 FIBA. Yes, in 2006. Yeah, we already know that, but don't let the LeBron fans know that. Don't let them know that. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep them views coming. I love y'all, man. Y'all just can't stop. Y'all can't stop. Catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good Sunday. Peace.